So we're going to do like a restorative yoga thing today. I'm going to start out just warming up the body. And I do that with, I don't know, I call them like wall taps, side wall taps. So just to get the blood flowing. These hip openers are also a really good way to open up blood vessels, get the blood flowing, warm up your lower body. Oh my gosh, I'm so sore. Alright, so we got that going. I'm going to start with the shoulders. So interlace your fingers, turn your hands out, and then raise them if you can. I gotta take my ring off. It's stabbing me. And raise them above your head. Just try and keep your shoulders lowered and not jacked up, I guess. Just stay here and try and focus on your breathing. Make sure you're not breathing too shallow. And then you're going to reach to one side. You can feel the heat. And if you can't interlace your fingers, you can also just interlace your thumbs like a bird. Ow, shadow puppet. My shoulder just popped. And to the other side. I'm always swaying through the moves too. It helps get loose. Bring it back to center. Let's just fold down and reach your toes. Walk your legs out a little bit, just so you're not putting too much pressure on your tendons back there. Rest your neck. Again, make sure you're breathing. And then we're going to come back up slowly. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Stretch out your arms as far as you can, just to get a nice stretch in your shoulders. And then go back down. Reach your toes. Relax your neck. Just kind of sway back and forth. And then roll back up one vertebrae at a time. I'm going to do arm circles. Kind of like you're swimming on your back. I should continue breathing. As I whack my fan, my finger. And go forward. So in restorative yoga, the moves tend to be a little bit longer, like we sit in them a little bit longer. We're not really rushing things. And now we're going to go into a yoga, kind of a sun salutation flow. I'll fix my mat here. Hold my recording. Hopefully you can see the whole mat. front of your mat if you have one. If not, it's okay. Bring your hands up to prayer. Let them relax. I've never actually like talked through. Hold on. Looks like the camera's off. Talked through flow, so this is probably gonna sound funny. Okay, so bring your hands up over your head, down into a prayer pose. Breathe. Feel your feet flat into the earth. Just feel really grounded. Do the same thing, circle your arms up above your head. You can gaze up to your hands, bring them back down. Exhale. Up again, and this time we're going to swan dive, so let your arms swing back and come down. Raise your head up, flat back, hands to your shins or your knees. Inhale, exhale, down. Put your hands on the ground and step back or jump back into a plank pose. Hold here for 3 breaths. Try and suck your belly in. And the next move is a chaturanga. And so you're going to bend your elbows down by your sides till your chest touches the floor. And then up into scorpion. Again, breathing. And then back into downward dog. And then here you're supposed to gaze between your thighs or your knees, so not down at the ground. And you can walk your knees a little bit so that if there's too much tension, I'm going to walk your feet back in between your hands and roll back up 1 vertebrae at a time. And that's really a simple, like, sun salutation. And I'm going to move the camera back down. So now we're going to get down on all fours. And we're going to do some hip openers. So it's probably going to feel funny, but you're going to circle your knee around like this. Make sure you breathe. Maybe do 10 circles. I don't know, but that feels good. And do the other side. So you're circling with your knee back first, then up and around towards the front and down again. So you're drawing like a circle with your knee. It's almost like a workout. Okay, and we're going to relax back into a child's pose, which is just sink back onto your bottom. Put your hands straight up above you onto the ground. Rest your head between your arms. I hope my voice is loud enough. Just take a minute and check in with your body and see how it's feeling right now. See if you have any pain or any tension anywhere. And probably if this feels good, you can try to open your knees a little bit farther and sink down even lower. Just to really open up and stretch those hip flexors. And now we're going to get back up and we're going to stretch the shoulders again. So take your left hand and bring it through, like threading the needle through your under your right arm, and rest your head back down on the ground. And I'm going to do it the other way. When you come back up, and go back into child's pose, but keep your head up, and you're going to walk your hands over to the right to open up their side body on the left. And walk your hands to the center and walk them to the left. I feel like I kind of rushed that one, so I want to go back to the right. Just reach as far as you can. If anything hurts, don't overdo it. Don't strain yourself. Go back to the left. Alright, bring your hands back to center. Come up into downward dog. Walk your feet out if you need to. If your heels don't touch the floor, that's totally fine. Let's bring your right foot up between your hands to start, and kind of try and straighten your leg out for a second. Hold here for a breath or two. And then lean into kind of a runner's lunge. Stand up. Lean, push your knee forward as much as you can to really get that stretch. I'm falling. Push back. Put your hands to the ground. Back into downward dog. And bring your left foot forward. Straighten your leg out. And then lean forward. And come up. Hands back down. Straighten out for a second. Back to downward dog. One second. Let me turn. Okay, so turned out my phone was dying, so it's a good thing I stopped the camera. But so now I'm gonna rotate this way because I've got it plugged in and I gotta sit it funny. Anyways, we're in downward dog, so we're gonna get back in the downward dog, and we're gonna bring that right foot between our hands again into that runner's lunge. And this time, it's gonna be kind of hard to explain. Kind of angle your foot, your right foot, more to the right, kind of to 2 o'clock, and it's going to come off the floor, and kind of twist. Give yourself a little twist towards the right wall, and then come back down. Lean into it, and then come back up and twist your foot to the left and gaze towards the left wall. Come back down, lean into it. We're going to do that again. So rotate towards the right. Lean back down into the stretch and twist to the left, and your back foot is going to turn perpendicular so that you have better balance. So this is going to stretch like several areas of your hip flexor and everything up there, your glutes and stuff. Lean back down, stretch into it, push back into downward dog. Do the same thing with the left leg. So bring your left leg forward into between your hands. Sink into it as low as you can without bringing your back knee to the floor. Keep your back knee off the floor. So you're going to externally rotate it out. So towards the left, and you're going to look towards the left. Then lean back down into the lunge. And now lean to the right. Lean back down. And do that one more time. Turn your foot out to the left. This feels totally different on this side. Back down to their lunge. And I'm so sore. Okay, and then to the right. Back down to the lunge. Push back into down dog. Take 4 breaths here. Just walk your hands or your feet in towards your hands and roll up slowly. I'm gonna do one more stretch because it's getting kind of a long video. So the next one is open your legs up wider than your hips and bend forward. Relax your neck, your head. Just let everything fall to the floor. Reach towards your right ankle. With both hands, you can hold it just to give more stretch in your right side. And same thing to your left. We're gonna sink down into the hip opener like this, the prayer pose. Again, you can push with your elbows if that feels good. Try and sit up as tall as you can. And then end with how most yogas end. I forget what they call this. Oh, hi, baby. Look at Maro.
Mason thinks the marshmallows are tail.
What?
Mason thinks the marshmallows are tail.
Oh, are stale?
Yeah.
Bobo. Where are they? You've been eating some?
No.
Is Dada here?
You give me some.
Yeah. Okay, this will end our yoga practice for today. So lay here with your eyes closed. Check in with parts of your body. Make sure your baby doesn't step on your face. Or give you any hugs. Make sure. Oh, Jesus Christ. Make sure your baby doesn't give you any hugs and kisses. Your face. You're so silly. What's the sticky stuff on your face?
Candy.
Oh my gosh, my throat is sore for you. Okay. That's it for today.